Hi, this is Kathie from Craft with Kathie. Tonight's project is going to be using a conglomeration of things. I'm coming at you from the suburbs west of Chicago. If you take a second and let me know where you're viewing from in the comments, that would be great. I know I talk about the different types of surfaces that we could use chalk on frequently. Obviously wood, chalkboard, dry erase, metal, glass, mirror, windows, of course, glass, whatever. But sometimes people don't think about doing it on windows. I've done some of my favorite projects on windows. Once I had a Santa on the back door that was really, really kind of cute. And I think putting some shamrocks on the windows or hearts on the windows to celebrate different holidays is always kind of a nice idea. Or put them on your mirrors. How sweet do you have a loved one wake up, go into the washroom, and see a nice loving message on the mirror? What a way to start the day, right? But what I forget to mention all the time is paper. Yes, you can chalk on paper. Thank you. He's a little chippy bird. Okay. And that's exactly what I did. And to chalk on paper, this is actually somewhat like a kind of a cardboard, just kind of packaging. It's thin. It's a little bit more substantial than regular paper. But you could also chalk on cardstock if you wanted to. The key behind it is to first wax your paper. Just rub it in, rub it off, and then fuzz your transfer over and over and over again. You don't want it to be very sticky because obviously you don't want it when you lift it to pull off any of the paper. So the waxing protects your transfer from lifting off the paper. So you always want to wax and fuzz well when chalking on paper. See my little glue gun over here? Yes, I'm going to be using a glue gun. I'm going to use an assortment of things and fancy up something a little bit. I have taken, I have stacks of things here. Let me get it. I have taken an embroidery hoop, unscrewed it. So they have a little screw up at the top. Popped out the center. Put some burlap over the center. Put the hoop back on, straightening my burlap and tugging it until it's nice and snug. Screwed the embroider hoop back on, tightening it so that the fabric is snugly in there. And then I flipped it over and trimmed with the scissors. Okay, so basically this is just plain burlap on this little hoop. And I'm going to use April's Club Couture What If You Flay transfer for this project again. And I'm going to combine it with one of our simple shapes, 6 by 6 inch square or a 6 inch in diameter circle. I'm using the square. And what I'm hoping is that my ES6000 glue has dried by now. I glued magnets on one side and I've got magnets on the other. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to chalk it and then I'm going to attach it to the embroidery hoop. But I wanted to show you first explain how to chalk on paper. I waxed this paper, I fuzzed my transfer, took it off the backer, fuzzed it, applied the paste, set it aside to dry. It does take a little bit of time to dry, and then basically just cut out my birds. And as you can tell, I'm not the best trimmer, me and scissors, what could I say? But I'll try doing a better job trimming this one a little bit up before I get started with it. I find it helps if I have less paper to work around or whatever. You do have to be a little careful not to bend your paper as you're cutting it out though, because the chalk could chip, because it is chalk paste made from chalk, so you have to be a little bit careful with that. And I'm not the best fussy cutter, truly. It's not where one of my skills lie. I don't have the steadiest of hands, and not something I really like to do. So bear with me if I botch up this poor little bird and have to redo him. But anyway, so this is something a little bit different, but it's basically made with some rather inexpensive materials. And in addition to the wording on our little simple shape, I'm going to add some dried flowers or some fabric flowers. Couldn't think of the word fabric. Oh my goodness. To the wreath, and just use my hot glue gun to put them on. Come back. Just want to check this glue. I think it's on there. So I glued 4 magnets, probably a little bit of overkill to this simple shape, and I'm going to take the other 4 off. But what I wanted to do was create something that that could be interchangeable. Don't you love how magnets work? So I'm going to wax my wood, because this is wood, before I apply my transfer. And this is Chalk Couture's paste wax. And all I need to do to wax it is apply a little bit of wax to a cloth or a paper towel. Use a circular motion, rub it in. I want to be a little gentle because these magnets I don't think are fully dry here. And then rub it off. And the wax will protect my transfer from any splinters or anything in the wood. Now this is a simple shape from Chalk Couture, and their cutouts and shapes and wooden products seem to be very nice quality. It's sanded and it's smooth, but still with wood you want to protect your transfer from any possibility of splinters, because our transfers are adhesive backed and we don't want any chance that a splinter comes off and sticks to the adhesive, because our transfers are reusable. So why not be able to get as much use as possible out of them? Okay, so I've rubbed in the wax, rubbed it off. That's it for waxing. You don't have to wait for it to dry like paste wax on a car. Simple and easy. Clean my fingers. Now I'm thinking maybe I should use, well, I think I'm going to use the black velvet paste on this, because I want something to really stand out against the tan of the burlap. So I'm going to fuzz this transfer. And you can tell that I've used this quite a bit in the last week. I absolutely love April's Club Couture. I just want to make sure I've got that pretty straight. I'm kind of up near the top. I could bring down, I can't fit the name on here, so I'm going to bring this down just a teensy bit. And I want to make sure I'm fully on the surface from the left and the right. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm going to smooth it out from the center outwards. I don't want any air bubbles underneath my silk screen. Our transfers are, the teal is vinyl. The area that you're seeing through is the silk screen. And it's really simple to use. We're going to use paste, chalk paste, actually made from chalk. Goes on liquid, dries hard. Lack of fingernails is starting to get on my nerves a little bit here. they haven't taken all the hand washing well. Too much crumbling. Okay, so I'm just going to scoop out some paste. Usually I use a stir stick instead of a big squeegee like this, but this will work. Apply it to my transfer, and then use the squeegee to push it through the silk screen onto the surface below. And this is our new Creamy Dreamy paste formula, which is extraordinarily smooth. And they have called it Creamy Dreamy for a reason. It's a pleasure to use. Oops, I'm right next to the edge there. Let me make sure I get all of it. I'm going to remove any excess paste. Make sure I don't have any lines. I know I have some excess here that's right off the edge of my surface, so that's kind of hard to scoop up. And put any excess paste back into my jar. I'm going to go over this again because I really couldn't see very well there. Okay, I think that looks good. Let me get a little of the paste off my fingers before I smear it on the surface. That's just distilled water, and I'm going to lift the transfer up. You always want to grab from the top to the bottom, the left or the right. You never want to pull diagonally. And I'm going to put this on the side for cleanup. I'm going to put it adhesive side up until I can put it in a water bath. Nice and well defined, wouldn't you say? So let me clean my area up a little bit. Cover up my paste and get it out of the way. And then put my little simple shape with my magnets on the bottom aside to dry. I take a little look at my hoop. Now I'm thinking I wanted to add some, oops, look at all the paste on me. Because our paste is made from chalk, it's water soluble, easy to clean. I'm going to spritz this paper towel with a little bit of water so I could wash it off my finger. Oh, I made that look really good. Just stick your finger in the chalk paste, Kia. Okay. Need to have a roll of paper towels by me at all times. So I have some different flowers and some foliage that I think I'm just going to hot glue on my embroidery hoop. So I'm going to speed this up as I peruse my silk flowers and decide on a layout for this project. I found out along the way that it's difficult to concentrate on determining the layout or the design and talk at the same time. So what else does Club Couture offer? What else do you get as a club member? You're getting an exclusive transfer available only to club members and to designers. In addition to that, you get free shipping on the membership itself, flat rate shipping on all chalk site orders of just $4.95, regardless of what you order, access to private sales and special deals all year long, a free copy of our most recent catalog, and every time there's a new catalog, you get that one too. This month's perk is $10 off a $100 order. Membership does indeed have its privileges. In addition to the silk flowers, I'm going to add my little paper birds. And I'm just trying to figure out what's the best format for this. I've used this Club Couture transfer a number of times in the past week. I just absolutely love it. If you like what you're watching, hop on over to my business page and follow me for future tutorials. And if you're one of my club members, my Club Couture members, don't forget to join my Club Couture exclusive VIP group. My Club Couture VIP group is only for my club members. Each month we'll create 3 out-of-the-box projects using our monthly transfer. It's a lot of fun, a lot of interaction, make some new friends, and have a blast. Don't forget to sign up. Afraid that you're unable to chalk? You don't think you're creative? You'd be amazed. These products make it easy for anyone to create their own home decor. I know I've said it before, but if you can butter toast, you can chalk. Seriously. It's easy. And if you make a mistake, especially on chalkboard, just spritz it with water and erase with a paper towel and try again. The reusability of the transfers and the fact that I could quickly wipe off a mistake or an error and try again is what really attracted me to the product. Everyone makes mistakes. That's why pencils have erasers. Being able to erase a mistake and adjust and correct it and fix it instead of scrapping a project and starting all over makes a world of difference. This product really does allow you to expand your creativity and along the way create beautiful pieces of decor. Chalk Couture makes DIY simple, easy, and fun. In this project, I've incorporated a few different things that are a little bit different from what I usually do. I like using the embroidery hoop and have a couple other ideas in store for them in the not too distant future. The simple shapes that allowed me to have the 6-inch square to chalk on are just great. I think they were originally intended to swap out the O in our welcome transfer for our porch leaners, but I see that there's a host of other things that they can also be used for. And I like the fact that I could swap out the saying on this embroidery hoop anytime I want. Now that I have the flowers pretty much laid out for how I want them arranged, I had to give a little bit of thought to whether or not I wanted to add a ribbon. I have a taupe ribbon and also a crocheted ribbon, and I considered them but thought I might already have enough going on here. It might be better off without it. I could just always add that later on if I wish. So there you go, some burlap, an embroidery hoop, a simple shape, and some silk flowers. Mix them up with our Club Couture transfer of the month, and this was our result. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. See you soon.